Coming up on Inside the Middle East.
This is Tahrir Square here.
A journey through the cultural heart of the Arab world's largest city, Cairo, Egypt. We'll explore the sights and sounds of street life in this bustling capital. See why bands like this one are taking Cairo's music scene by storm.
This is the music that is actually representing young Egyptian kids.
Plus, art in the public space, including modern designs inspired by Egypt's ancient past.
Everyone wants to be out there, and it's going to be there for a while, and they have the right to be there.
And later, taste the culture. And meet the men taking Cairo's classics and going gourmet.
That we simply cut up into cubes and...
That's it.
Yeah, it's a very nostalgic Egyptian dish.
So buckle up and join me, Leonie Lakani, in Cairo. It may not be the quickest ride, stuck in famous Cairo traffic, but it'll be a fun one. On the western edge of Cairo, the most enduring symbols of Egypt still dominate the skyline, the pyramids at Giza. For most visitors, this is the postcard image of Cairo. But that's ancient history. Today we're exploring modern Cairo, going beyond the guidebooks to the city's bustling streets. They're crowded and sometimes chaotic, but also brimming with creativity and contemporary Egyptian culture. Our guide today is Mossad Salah. He's a taxi driver. Not exactly the easiest job in Cairo.
Everybody drive crazy driver. Anybody want to cross the street anytime, no problem.
Congestion is a problem. With nearly 20 million residents, Cairo is the largest city in Africa and the Arab world. To stand out in Cairo, you have to be very creative. He's just pitched up a business on the side of the street selling umbrellas. He's just hung them on the wall. You also have to speak up. Cairo is one of the loudest cities on the planet, especially on the road. Honking is like a sport in Egypt. Mossad's practically making music with his horn, waking up the whole neighborhood. But in Cairo, people are always awake, from sidewalk cafes to sidewalk shopping. Traffic seems to get worse after dark. That's when the Nile riverboats start blaring Arabic pop music. And parties on the street can go well into the night. This is one such party, a traditional curbside street wedding held in a makeshift tent in the middle of this northern Cairo street. They're typically all-night, all-male dance fests to honor the groom. But at this party, most of the guests have come to see the wedding singer, Sadat Abdelaziz. These days, he's one of the hottest musicians in Cairo, making an entire generation of young Egyptians move to his distinct style. It's called Mahragan, or festival. Mahragan is a type of music, he says. You can't listen to it in a low volume, and you can't listen to it and stay on your seat. It makes you move. We use this music to talk about things and be happy and dance to it. Mahragan brings joy to people, he tells me. Mahragan fuses hip-hop, techno, and traditional Egyptian folk music. It's performed mostly by young singers. Electro-shabi, or folk, as some call it, is not new. It's been around for nearly a decade.
وادينا جميل بالراحة ونزلنا السحب بجاحة وادينا جميل بالراحة.
But in the past couple of years, what was once underground has gone mainstream.
وكتبنا عليه أسامينا.
طب بس عايزين نثبت ده الأول عشان هو ده الأساس.
Record label owner Mahmoud Rafat produces some electro-shabby musicians. He says their popularity stems purely from the music.
It's beat-oriented. It's the lyrics is always related to a story, a very clear story. Also, the vocabularies are very original somehow. It's very macho music. It's very loud. It's very expressive. They don't have any boundaries. They are not ashamed of expressing what is happening to them and how they want to go on with their lives.
ايه ده عمو عامل ايه؟
That's how Sadat made a name for himself. Sadat is from Medinat Salam, a working class area on the outskirts of Cairo. It's very poor, but many credit this neighborhood as a birthplace of Mahragan. Life here was never easy for Sadat. Before he started playing music, the 27-year-old worked as a plumber and a metal worker. With little income and little hope for the future, Sadat saw no way out. That's why he started singing. His music is about Egyptian society, from politics to the economy. It expresses frustration and hope in a language that resonates with many on the street. The unique thing here, he says, is we're singing using the street language, the language people speak in working class areas, he tells me. People understood us and felt the music. It has happiness and joy and talks about us and our problems and the pressure we suffer from. But it also has happiness. That's why you find this music in working class areas, where they speak the same language as we do in our songs. This is the man behind Sadat's music, producer Wacmro Haha. He creates tracks by auto-tuning Sadat's lyrics and adding internet beats. It requires computer skills and rhythm, but not a lot of money. The best thing about this music is that it's not expensive and anybody can sing it, he says. Egypt's 2011 uprising also opened things up. Singer Ala al-Din Sayed, known as Ala 50 Cent, says the revolution led to more artistic freedom. We always sang what we wanted, Ala says, but before the revolution, we were very cautious when choosing our lyrics so we wouldn't get in trouble. Last year, following the military coup in Egypt, Sadat stopped singing about politics. Still, his lyrics reflect the struggles of ordinary Egyptians. That's why people first connected to the music. Combined with the heart-pounding beats, Mahragan spread to Cairo and eventually Europe. Sadat's played in England, France, and Holland. That's one goal, to make electro-shabby an international genre. That and to one day share the stage with Akon. Who knows, he just might someday. Sadat's songs have gone viral online, some with millions of hits. Because I suffered from the same issues and no one heard me, and now I feel people are listening, he says. I feel happy when I meet people who tell me we're singing things they feel and understand. Sadat and the others are just happy performing. And happy to know his words are inspiring an entire generation of young Egyptians. Coming up, our journey across Cairo continues. Keep your eye on IME as we explore a different art in the streets here. Stick around.